folks, to another tutorial. Today we're going to be breaking down the Sinach song, I Know Who I Am. And for those of you who don't know who Sinach is, she's a Nigerian gospel singer, and she's quite popular over here in the West as well. We sing a lot of her songs in church, but she's great. And today I'm going to teach you how to do the Jamaican shuffle. Style of playing we do in Jamaica on reggae music and a lot of traditional Jamaican style music. We call it the shuffle, and I'm going to demonstrate that style today using the Sinach song I Know Who I Am. So stick around. If you ever have to play this song, you can whip out this style to get that sort of Afro feel, yeah, Afro-Caribbean, African feel as well. They do the style over there as well. So stick around. All right, welcome back. We're working out of the key of D flat major here today. And I have a backing track here that I'm going to be playing the song to. Shout out to the guys over at Worship Backing Tracks, XME guys over at Worship Backing Tracks. I'm using their backing track here with this. So you can check them out as well. Great app that we use in our services every week. Worship Backing Track. Just search for that in the app stores and you'll find it.
Show His excellence. All I require for life, God has given me. I know who I am. We are a chosen generation, called for to show His excellence. All I require for life, God has given me. I know who I am. I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I'm at. I know who I am. I know who God says I am, what He says I am, where He says I'm at. I know who I am. I'm walking in power, I'm working miracles, I live a life of favor. I know who I am. I'm walking in power, I'm working miracles, I live a life of favor. I know who I am. We are a
All right, so that's just an idea of how I play this song. And again, you see that shuffle vibe right there? Yeah, that's what we're going to break down today. Now let's go back and talk about that intro. We got a cool intro right there. I'm going to just show you the chords that we're using there. So check it out. Let's play it again. So we start on the 4, right? 1, 5, to the 2, back to 4, this time to 6, to 5, then we gotta move.
We are a chosen generation.
So that lick right there, to the 6, so we're going to be doing that walk up from the dominant 6 to the 2, right? When we go to that 5, then we're going to do the 6. Now there are a couple ways you can play this. You can play that dominant 6 to a diminish, to sort of like another diminish, or you can think of it as the B major up to the 2, the E flat, or you can do the B flat dominant to 5 in first inversion to this, back to that sort of sixth major, but in first inversion to the 2. I like that one better. And then we're walking it up to 1 in first inversion to the 4. So da 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 1 da dee da 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 to the 2, and I'm not in the 7. Then back to 4 da ba, now to 6 da 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 ba 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 ba. So that's what I'm doing right there for the intro. And then we start 1 4 1 6 5 da 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 da, back to 2. Then I like to do this first inversion 1 chord walk up, back to that 4. Da 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 ba. We're using that as secondary dominant passing to get to 5, but I'm voicing it as a 13th. My 2 as a major 13th, and slide it down. So back to 5. Excellent. Sometimes I do that as well. Instead of the 5. Right? Same thing, just with some little rhythm. So what we're doing there on that 2, then we're going to do a 2-5 passing going to 4. I just wanna say I am. So 5 minor, 1, or you can add the 9. Say I am. Let's listen to it in context. Listen in context with the backing track. 1 2 3. Five, 2, 6, 5. Here we go now.
We are your chosen generation.
Right, 6 to 5, 2. Back to 4. Here we go. Back to 2. So you see that passing, we go to 2 to 4, and then now we get the shuffle. So that's what I'm playing there. But in reggae music, it's a lot slower. Right? Sometimes we play with one hand. You know what I mean? But with 2 hands, that's what we're doing. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 slower 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4. Now, a couple things to know about playing that shuffle, because a part of that shuffle is almost like you're imitating that of a rhythm guitar. It has to be clean, steady, and even. You don't use sustain pedal when playing the shuffle. Secondly, firm wrist, firm elbow. It's almost like a jab. And especially if you're playing a weighted piano, you got to firm fingers. So that jab's really coming from the elbow. not the wrist. So you're not doing right? Because you want to have control over those jabs so they're nice and sharp. This is what the left hand's doing. You say I am. Almost like a ska, but then the right hand comes in. So one hand's doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, so one hand is 1 and 3 and 4 so you can practice the rhythm to get it. Now you want to practice this to a metronome so you can get it steady. Start slow and then gradually speed it up, because when you get to this tempo,
I know who I am.
then it's quicker,
I know who
right?
God says I am. What he says I am. Where he says I'm at. I know who I am. I'm walking in power. I'm working miracles. I live a life of favor. I know who I am. I'm walking in power. I'm working miracles. I live a life of favor. I know who I am.
Now sometimes I do this little thing. I go left hand. That accent with a hold. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 2, 3, 4. So it's towards the end of the beat. Now I don't do it all the time, but it's a nice little groove. Check it out what it sounds like in context at this speed.
He says I am.
Right? 2.
Where he says I'm
1.
at. I know who I am. I know who
Here we go.
God says I am. What he says I am. Where he says I'm at. I know who I am. I'm walking in power. I'm working miracles. I live a life of favor. I know who I am. I'm walking in power. I'm working miracles. I live a life of favor. I know who I am.
Right? So that's really to it. That's really it about the shuffle. That's all to it. Now, you want to definitely be playing these shuffles in inversions. You can't be trying to play shuffling in jumping around in group position. It's not going to sound good. You need to keep it tight. So you see me start on the 4 like that. When I go to my 6, I'll do it like that because I don't have to worry about the bass. Bass is keeping the groove. Then to my 5. Then sometimes I'll play my 2 here. Now, you can keep the hands apart because sometimes I like this. So sometimes I might put up the right hand a little bit to get that higher, and then other times I'll keep it in the middle. But what we definitely don't do is trying to do that in the bass. You hear how ugly it sounds? Too dark, right? So this is a style that is played mid and upper parts of the piano to get that again, almost like acoustic, acoustic guitar kind of, not rhythm guitar, rhythm guitar strum. Rhythm guitars aren't dark, so you know those aren't played in the lower portion of the piano, because this is a style really developed on guitar. Right, as a strumming pattern. Pianist naturally takes it over, so we still try to keep it within that register. So for most of the song, that's what's going on right there, right? Now let's check out the bridge of this song, just to tell you what's going on there. One more time. 5. So that bridge, we start on the 1. Actually, the way we get out of it is I know who I am. Then we go, I am. Right, so from that 2, then we're going to go to the 4 in first inversion, 5 in first inversion, back to 1. So it's just a walk up. I know who I am. 3, 4, then I am. So 1 to the 5, but the bass stays on that 1. I am. Then the 4, holy. So what we're really doing is 1, 5, 4, 1 in the right hand. The bass just holds out that left, that root note on the 1. I am holy. I am. Then to the 2, walk up to 5. Or right, 2, 1 in first inversion. You can do 2 in first inversion here, or 4 to 5. I am. It repeats again. Righteous, I am beautiful. Back to the 4, walking in power. It's hard to do that without hearing that drum. But anyhow, that's it. That's how you can play the Sinach song, I Know Who I Am, with that rhythm, what we call the shuffle groove, oftentimes used in Jamaican, like ska, mento, and definitely reggae. So go practice this and have some fun with it. All right? Now, if you'd like me to break down other style of song, with different, Caribbean feel, Afro feel, African feel, comment down below, let me know the style of songs you would like me to check out. And hey, if you love this content, be sure to hit the subscribe, the like button, and share this content with someone who you believe will find it helpful. And lastly, if you want to take your playing outside the scope of these little tutorials that I put out with more structured program, video lessons, weekly sessions, check-ins, the whole works, then I would highly recommend you to check out pianolessonwithwarren.com, my membership program, where I have helped thousands of students from around the world to achieve their musical goals in learning gospel piano by ear. All right, check it out. Let me know what you think and if you have any questions. Until then, have a blessed week. Talk soon.